Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we get all that our a specific ID, all that bicycles in our overview page we displayed, right? Now I want to display all the things in our home page, all that our JSON data. Right now they have the 6 data. If you go into the JSON right now, there is actually the 5 and then 0 another ID as a 6 data. So this 6 data now I want to display in our home page. So if you want to do that work is very easy, like that is our home page, right? I have already rendered our bicycles template. So if you want to pass it, as I told you before, I have already get every data, right? I have already get that our JSON data with these bicycles, and before I pass it directly. So now if you want to pass it, you can pass it with the object. So simple work, you have to add that one of the object, and I want to pass that our object name and then our property name is the same name. For the reasons here only one will be enough, which I have already done it in here, right? Right now is perfect. Now that is our bicycles. Now with these bicycles we can actually display all that our data. So if you want to do that work, now go to our bicycle page. So that is our bicycle page, right? So now there is only one div. Right now we have to run one of the for loop, right? So that is actually our bicycle shop, and after that bicycle shop here I want to load one of the for loop. So if you want to load it into the identifier, so that will be as a identifier double %, and then I want to make it on the for loop. Okay, for, and then I want to get that name as a, I get all that name as a bicycles, right? So that will be as I name it as a bicycle, and into the late area I will name it as the different name as a bicycle, right? So that will be of bicycles, and into the late area I want to name it as a bicycle, whatever the name actually choose. Right now all the data I get it from our index with this variable as a bicycle, and now I take it with the late, and that is right now in our here, right? So that will be loop one by one, right? Here which will be loop one by one. I make it as a, or that will be started from to this position. I cart it, and that is our total div. If you select this div, that is div is ended, right? After this now we have to close. I simply close it. So here also we have to add that identifier, and that will be percentage started, and then our percentage will be ended. Great. Now that should be loaded because there is only one, right? So there is only one div that will be load. Now if you click as a save all, there is a for loop will be running. Our server is now running. Now go to our home page, refresh it. Yes, you can see it's now successfully there. Right now they have the 6 data. For the reasons it's now add that 6 card div, right? And you can see now that is display as 6 card, which is totally fine. Now we have to step by step update our all that data. That means dynamic data. Now that should be display. So first of all I want to work in our percentage. Okay, if there have any percentage for this product, then that will be display the percentage, rather than that will be display none, which I have already covered before. Like for doing this, that is in our percentage, so that is actually the percentage div, right? Into this percentage div, first of all I want to put one of the if condition with the identifier. I simply pass that our percentage, and then that will be the if condition. If right now we are already into the for loop, right? You can see that is our for loop is started. So I get all that bicycles data, take the things with this variable as a bicycle. Now with this bicycle, okay, with this bicycle I want to access our JSON data field name as a has discount, right? With this we can actually do that work. Right now overview, we don't need this. I close it, and now there is our bicycle. So now I want to add that condition. If with this bicycle I want to add that as a has discount, that means if there have any discount, I want to do here that will be started, and I want to close it. I simply cart it, and after this div, okay, after this div I want to close this part. So here if you want to close it, also you have to add that identifier, that will be the percentage, and then and percentage, right? Percentage and great. Now if there have any discount, then that will be display, rather than that will be not display. If you now click as a save all, and now if you go to our site, refresh it, and here you can see for both of these products that have no discount, for the reasons is not display our this percentage value. That means this div is not display. Okay, great. And now I want to calculate our discount amount. So if you want to get that as a discount amount, what exactly you have to do is very simple. If you go to our JSON data, so that is actually our discount, right? Here that is actually have discount. You can see there is a discount amount. So this discount amount now I want to do to visible. So if you want to display it, and then here that will be, I just make it as a dynamic right now. First of all, that will be as a identifier, double percentage, and now every data in our this bicycle. Now with this bicycle, and that is pass one of the value, right? For the reasons here I am actually using that is equal to, and that is a bicycle, and with this bicycle I want to access our field name as a discount. Okay, I copy it, and then that will be as a discount, right? Now that should be perfect. Now if you click as a save all, and now it should be display our dynamic data. Click as a refresh. Yeah, you can see for this product as a 25%, 30%, and the 40% off and 25% off. Great. Now we have to update that images and then name. So right now it's very easy. I hope you already know what exactly the things you have to do. Better I copy it. Okay, I simply copy it, and now first of all, that is the images. So into the images, this part should be as a dynamic, right? So that is one of the value. That is our image. Now I want to update this part. Simply paste it. Now with this bicycle, I want to do and display that image. So that will be as an image, and also here if you want to pass that name, you can pass that name. I copy it, so that will be the name, and that will be another name. Okay, so with this bicycle, now our field name as a name, I copy it, that will be as a name, that will be as a name. Right now that should be also updated. Now click as a save all, and now if you go refresh it, yeah, you can see it's successfully updated that images, it's successfully updated that name. Great. Now we have to update that ID, right? Here we have to update this ID. That means that is actually our ID, right? So into this ID position here, I want to update that our identifier. I copied. That means this ID will be updated. So now with this bicycle, I want to access our ID. So that is a field name. I simply update this ID. Okay, now this part is totally dynamic. I hope, friend, it's very much clear to you what exactly the things I have done in here. And then the price, better I copy it, and then the current price and then old price, right? First of all, I want to display our price in here. So that will be the bicycle, and with this bicycle, there is the original price. I make it as original price. Okay, so original price will be our actually old price. Better I copy it, and here I paste it. So that will be our original price. Now if you click as a save all, now go there, refresh it. Yeah, you can see it's now successfully updated. Here also we have to calculate this data, and also that is our star, right? Star, I can actually do that work very easy way. I want to run one of the for loop, and if you go that our database, there is a star, right? There is a maximum star as a 5. So I want to do, it should be calculated that star one by one, it should be checked. When it should be as a 3, then I want to do and to make that will be as a checked. When that will be as a none, and when that will be as a, or from to the 5, when that will be as a minus all that our star like as a 3. Okay, the 3 means it should be minus from our 5. 5 means that 2 will be as a unselected, and 3 will be as a selected. I show you, like first of all here how much easily we can actually do that. I hope you like it very much. I take one of the identifier, that is will be the percentage, so double percentage, and then I want to add that as a for loop, and into the for loop area I take one initial value as index, and that will be as a 0. Okay, that will be as a 0, which is totally fine. And then I want to use that our index. So index will be running in how many times? That will be as a less than our star. Okay, less than our star means if you want to access it, that will be with our bicycle, right? That is our bicycle. With this bicycle, because right now I am already into the for loop. Our main for loop actually started from here. You can see now there is every data into the bicycle. Now with this bicycle, I want to access our field name as a star. I make it as a star. Okay, and then that will be auto incremented. I want to make it as our index. Okay, index will be automatically incremented. That means that will be as a plus. Okay, I simply take it, and then I want to finish it. That is our if condition for loop, and I want to cut it. Then that will be ended in here, and here I want to add one of the identifier. Okay, I take one of the identifier, and I want to close this identifier. I close it. Great. So here what exactly I have done, it will be check all that our star, that is started will be the 0, from to the 0 it will be check one by one every our field. Okay, when this field will be as a 5, like as a, I make it as a 5, so all that 5 it should be check one by one every data, or it should be get our star value. When it should be get that star value as a 5 or 1 2 3 4 5, it should be make it as a checked. Okay, but right now I want to add another one. I simply copy it and I paste it. I want to put that another condition in our index that will be as a 5 minus. Okay, here I only want to use that as a 5 and then minus. So when that will be minus our 5, okay, here I want to make it as a not checked. That will be the not checked. So right now here we don't need this. It means it should be checked one by one, and when that will be like as a 3, okay, it should be checked as a from to the 5. So from to the 5 there is a 3, as a 2 will be as a unselect, right? For the reasons here that it should be checked as a 5 and then minus our star. So it should be checked that as a that started the 5, that is our last one is the 5. So from to the 5 it should be minus that 3, that is a 2, and 2 will be as a unselect. You can see that is a unchecked, and that is I have make it as a checked. Simple job. Okay, now if you click as a save all, now that should be also updated. If you now go there, now refresh it, yes, you can see it's perfect. So for this ID here, there is a one of the 5. That means our this one actually executed. It should be checked after end of this, and when it should be get every data, that will be as a checked. But for this one, there is a 2 is minus and there is a 1 is minus. That means 2 5 of this as a checked, and it should be minus from our 5. From to the minus, it should be checked our total star. Then that will be display 1 unchecked. Okay, for the reasons you can see it's not displayed as 1 unchecked. Great. And also I have updated that our ID I make it as a now dynamic. Now I also want to check it. Okay, I didn't check it. Now I just simply refresh it again like this ID. There is a 0 product, which is totally fine. That is our another one. Yes, it's perfectly get this data. That is our another one is the A50. Yes, A50 a specific these two ID data is now successfully get. How much easily we complete this part. I hope you like it very much, and how much easily we complete this part. Right now if you go to our index, and into the index you can see there are only the 25 lines. But when I use that same things with using that Node.js, that means a pure Node.js, then that was near about 100 lines. So that is the main benefit for use that framework. So as I told you before, Express.js make your code very smaller. I hope you like it very much. Laterly we'll go more deep. We'll create multiple advanced Express.js projects. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.